Hi there, Peter. It's Marcy here with your custom video about your website, about your business. I spoke with you at the end of last week. Now, I'm going to go over three things in this video today, share with you three things that you can start doing to bring in more business, add value to your business, beat your competitors online, get your site in front of more people's eyes. Now, you're probably asking yourself, like, why would I do this and what's in it for me? But what I've found is with internet marketing, most business owners are too busy running their business to learn how it can actually work to their benefit. And sometimes the only hesitation in hiring someone is they don't know who's the expert and who isn't, who they can trust. So I found that by giving people an easy blueprint of actual things that you can do to impact your business for free has resulted in some of those business owners raising their hand and saying, you know, I like you. Please do that for me too. So if by the end of the video you like what you see, you're interested in finding out more, we can chat for sure. But if at the end of the video you simply want to take the free tips I gave you and do it yourself, that works for me too. Either way, I'd love to hear your feedback, your thoughts on the information. So I'm going to dive right into it. Now, the three things that I'm going to go over are content, backlinks, and citations. So by content, what I'm referring to is what I'm highlighting here. Anything on your website, words, images, that's what I mean when I say content. So if we look at your entire site, not a whole pile, and that's very, very common. That content being neglected is probably the most common thing amongst all websites, and it's so important when it comes to ranking. See, Google likes to see anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 words of content on a homepage, because when they come across a new website on the internet, the first thing they're going to do is just dive right in there, crawl it, and what they're looking for is to discover what it is you offer, all the services that you offer, and where are you offering them, what location. That way they can serve up the results to their searchers. What they, why it matters to them is that they want to keep people that are searching on their search engine there, because that's how they make money. So they want to serve up the most relevant results. So you can see that if they're out crawling, somebody searches, which the search that I used for this particular example was painting companies Vancouver, likely something that somebody could type in there. So if they're out there looking at all the painting companies in the Vancouver area, and one site has a couple hundred words of content and the other one's got 1,500 words of content, well, they're going to look at the guy with the 1,500 words as being the expert. They've got all this information. So with this and the other things that I show you today, really it's just a matter of going and doing the competitor research, finding out who's the top dog in the market, and then doing more. Getting more content, making sure it's nice and keyword rich, doing the keyword research to discover what are the terms that people are typing in there most often, and then building your content around that. You want it to be unique, you want it to be authoritative, well-written content, and it truly helps Google to discover what it is you do, and they reward it. So that's what's going on the outside of the site here, and then I'm going to move on to backlinks, and that's what's going on behind the scenes. Put your site into a tool, and what I did was I grabbed the site that was #1 here on the first page for the organic rankings, and I put him into the same tool, so then you can understand why it is that he is in that position. So what a backlink is, first of all, to explain that, is it's a link from a third-party site on the internet back to your site. So, the simplest way to understand how this all works is just to think of the internet as a big popularity contest. So when another website on the internet votes for you, aka gives you a link back to your site, that in Google's eyes will then see you as being the popular guy. You've got other sites on the internet paying attention to you, right? Back in high school, you're the popular guy. So they're going to push you up in the search results for that reason. Now, in saying that about the backlinks, it's not just a matter like the content going and getting more. Like, there is quality, always quality over quantity with these things. You want these links to be coming from sites that Google trusts, not less attractive sites. You can imagine what I mean by that. But so I put your site into here, and it shows us that you have 38 other websites on the internet that are linking back to you, giving you just about 400 backlinks. You're being found for 36 words, but unfortunately, depending on, we can maybe take a quick look. As I said, I like to keep this short, but nobody's finding your site like that guy just in the front. So I imagine you're a few pages back for the words that you are being, Google's found you for. So we're going to compare this to this guy here in the number 1 spot. He's got 52, so it's not like, he's got thousands, right? 52 websites on the internet that are linking to his and giving him about 300 backlinks. He's being found for 450 words, and he's got about 300 visitors to his site each month. Now, to give you an idea of how this works, when I click on here to see what is he being found for, you can see somebody's done a really nice job working on his site. Painters Vancouver, Painting Companies Vancouver, Painters in Vancouver, Vancouver Painters, Vancouver Painting Company. So all of those terms that he's being found for are buyer intent, right? They're looking to purchase your services. So this one alone, Painters Vancouver, roughly 1,200 searches on average a month for that term. So these are potentially searches that they're there, right? And you're missing out on them. So him being in the number 1 position, you can see how he's grabbing them. And this is where, as I say, the competitive research comes in. You find out what the people are searching, and you optimize your content around that. So there's your backlinks, and well, right, you want to see what you're being found for. So this is good. I mean, Painting Vancouver, however, on page, when I said position here, this is 38th position. So there's roughly 8 to 10 businesses per page. So this would be putting you on page 4, potentially top of page 5. This one's page 5, maybe page 6. So that's the trouble. People typically showing here, 0. It's not bringing any traffic to your site because it's too deep into the search. So that's where the optimization works for you, for your benefit. Now, citations, those have something to do with helping you to push you up in the rankings for this map pack. We call this the map pack, the businesses that are showing up here without having to view more. So what a citation is it's a place on the internet where you would find your exact business name, address, and phone number listed. So this is a citation itself. The map listing is a citation. 411, Yellow Pages, a Yelp, even your Facebook if you have a Facebook page. But, typically directories, any place that you can list your business in any directories. Again, Google goes out and crawls the web and sees that you're listed here and you're listed there and you're listed all over the place. So it lets them know you're a legit company. Here you are, you've got your business listed all over the place. So by going and getting your business listed in more directories than your competitors is going to be one of the main factors in pushing you up higher in the map section, because sometimes there can be pages deep of map results. So, having a nicely optimized, paying attention to your listing, optimizing, having a description with keywords in that. There's other things, having good reviews. The more reviews you have, these sites here, 155, 178, 194. There's tools that you can use to gather more reviews that are less painful than you can imagine too. So there I am going on. I'm going to end it there to not have you sitting in front of this any longer, and I'm going to email it off to you, Peter. I will follow up to make sure that you do in fact receive it and have a chance to watch it. And as I mentioned, I'd love to hear any feedback that you may have for me. So we'll talk to you soon.